Hey, Orange One here. So we are at the uh slave market here, and I've actually already recorded this episode. Now I'm just adding in commentary. And I honestly really liked how this episode went. Hopefully my commentary doesn't ruin it. But yeah, you can see that going into this bar and fighting them inside here seems to be working pretty well for us. These poor patrons, they're just like getting wrecked. But yeah, this is gonna be quite the adventure. Some of us got hangovers over here. I think that's the least of your worries there, buddy. Yeah. Are they calling us slaves or what? What's the deal here? See that dude up there, he's got a crossbow, which is concerning. Because these guys that are down here, like Redmayne, are right within the firing range of that dude. But he's gonna have to come down now. So we're gonna send you up. Moments before disaster. Okay, Redmayne's down. And that dude's there. I figured we're fine. Yeah, we just need to basically hide down here where those powered things can't get us. And we should be good. Yeah, go George. That was a pretty sweet spin move. Do a barrel roll, as a wise man once said. What was that, Star Fox? Yeah, that was Star Fox. That has to be Star Fox. Were they on passive orders, or did I just put them on passive? I'm not really sure. What just happened there? Everyone attack that dude. So yeah, basically, I've had, this is kind of a long day for me, so it's like pretty late. I'm a little bit tired, but I had this recording done like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago, and I haven't done any Kenshi recordings since. And so I figured, I was like, oh man, I kind of have to get this going, you know, so that we can actually get my next recording done. Oh, you put that a bit away, as yeah, that's gonna end very poorly for us. Yeah. So it looks like we've gone and pulled all of them up down from there. I don't know how that happened, but I will take it. Which means we've got a clear shot at that door to that noble's house. There's actually a slave trader knocking on it, which is kind of weird. I have no idea why he's doing that. Oh, he's trying to go to bed, but the door's shut. But yeah, and Benedict, he's got his leg missing, so he's gonna crawl back there. And Anvil was knocked out in the last episode, so there you go. Oh yeah, I think I had to pause and then come back to this a little bit later. I can't remember why. Oh, so I wanted to tell you all about this like really cool movie I saw called I Am Mother, and it kind of reminded me of Kenshi a little bit. I mean, just cause like skeletons and cyborgs and stuff. But it was a really cool movie, like really cool like lore, really cool art design. Oh yeah, there I was checking to make sure that dude couldn't see us. But yeah, it's on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, you need to check it out. I think if you like post-apocalyptic things with robots, you'll like that movie. And it's also got like some really good philosophy. I feel like that's the thing like sci-fi does really nice, is like talking about like philosophy and even politics. Like they take stuff that's really hard to talk about in the real world, and then they just make it like different enough so we can then talk about things, you know? I really liked the philosophy that they were talking about in there about like and they had all these different things like about people being good or bad or utilitarianism, and they're like talking about like Kant and like these other philosophers talking about all that stuff. It was really well done. I mean, it wasn't like heavy-handed either. It was just like it just seemed like a natural part of the world. Kind of like taking out a noble. market master. That's just the natural order of things. Pretty much everything else is not really worth it. And it would be kind of cool to carry those noble clothes. I don't think I ended up taking them in the end. I feel like the Free Hive, they're not a gaudy bunch. We're much more utilitarian in terms of our armor and whatnot. We've got like the finest Hivers steel / some stolen United Cities steel. I really like how we're wearing the armor of our enemies, like some of the finest armor that they have on their like gate guards and other people, and we've gone and just like stolen that and we're wearing that. It just the story of this soldier crew / prince crew is to me, I've really enjoyed it. It's kind of brought a new life to the Kenshi Hivers only series, having these princes. But they're also pretty delicate, even with the good armor. Having 80 hit points, that's rough, you know. What did the kids say? That's tough. Or I'm pretty sure. Oh man, the kids, they always say that, and it's like, I know I'm an old man when just them saying things like that just drives me crazy. Because it's like, I don't even know what you're referencing, but please have an original thought yourself and don't just parrot the same thing over and over. I know that me and my friends did that when I was their age, so I can't judge them too much for it, but it's annoying. It's annoying real quick, you know? I just remember I was listening to like middle schoolers outside my room just walking by, and you just hear some really just kind of like really inappropriate things that they're saying, and you're like, dudes, come on, I'm right here, you know? You're at school where we're trying to work on like speaking like um you're at a workplace basically, and they're just like swearing up a storm and memeing out, and it's just like, oh my god. I feel like if you did like some memes, that might get you a job in some environments. But I don't know. We're living in an old person world, you know? It's like the whole rules of language is like you kind of have to go with the old people sometimes. Okay, so oh yeah, in between episodes, I think I was sending. Was he going up or down? I think he was going up. Yeah, he was going up to the anthill because we needed to get some goods there. But they have such a hard time pathfinding in the through the fog and those mountains. I think we just told him to go nearby, and I think it worked out from what I remember. Having him go up to Holy Nation land into the valley was totally fine. We had a couple raids coming over here that I wanted to deal with. And of course, now that we're here, you can see that the raid's kind of not that close. So, yeah, there's that. But you're hungry. And you know what I realized was my armor that we've been making has not been as high of quality as it could have been because our armorer has been super hungry. Which is weird because I thought we had been stocked up on like raw meat and like cooked meat. But maybe we've not been doing such a good job. But now that we've got the hydroponics, that's not going to be really a concern because all of our food should be coming from that as long as we're providing a little bit of power. Yeah, look at these guys. They're just stuck. These berserkers. And some of their stats are pretty awful. And look at their gear. They just are wearing rags. They're just like Shek and rags. And yeah, Shek, you've got some more hit points. But in these settings, doesn't make a whole lot of difference, to be honest. And why does one of them have 107 blood? Because all of our Hivers, they don't have any more than their limit of blood. Oh yeah, now I remember. There was a raid that we did fight off here. Scrawny Cannibals finally made it here. They've been like glitching out into like the floor. Oh, I remember. This is actually a really good battle. We didn't hit the leader there. We hit someone. And look at that, there must be like 30 of them right there. And if you, it's been a long time since we've been here, but I don't think we ever replenished our soldier numbers in the anthill, so that might be a good goal in the next episode, is work on getting more soldiers here and kitting them out, because I mean some of them have decent gear. Like you guys I think have some of our better gear. But I remember I was looking at some of this stuff. Yeah, like you're okay, but Blues is literally wearing rags and carrying a stick, which is insane because we've got like the finest quality stuff. We have literally masterwork and higher level stuff. Y'all need to hang back there, engineer. Like, I know they're just scrawny cannibals, but look at your stats, and given that you're probably also wearing rags for the most part, not a very smart thing to do. And oh god, the walls come up now. And now we got all these people that are kind of coming in. Yeah, and look, like 80 damage on you. Yeah, it doesn't kill you, but definitely is rough. Or that's tough, as they say. Gotta bring it full circle, right? Yeah, I basically was trying to get our workers out of the fray here. And we've got like decent enough soldiers here, and we've got all these people on the turrets that are like soldier drones. So we could bring them down. I can't remember if I ended up needing to or not. Stickman, you're our prized weapons maker, and I think we only have one of you. Oh, Blues, he's close enough to get that good gear. And we can get you a better weapon as well. That's shameful that you're carrying around something like that. Yeah, give him some proper blades. Get in there, Blues. We need you. Just look, I mean, we've probably, I don't know, if killed like half of them, right? You think that's a fair statement? We've probably killed about half. And Bossa Nova, I mean, he even has high quality chest gear, which is pretty awful. But we are working on them. We're doing okay. This I was definitely worried about at this point, because most of our soldiers are actually fighting at this point, and they seem to have quite a few more of them coming. Oh, you're carrying a ton of bolts and pretty awful gear. I should probably, yeah, get you better gear. I'm sending Jazz back, but I probably should also be sending Hop back with what he was carrying. Is Bossa Nova down? I feel like he is. Oh wow, that's a lot of green there. Definitely not feeling awful about what's being put out by us. I am also getting incredibly nervous at this point about the said turret people. So I just wanted them coming down. Yeah, there's a pretty big group of them in our hemp fields. Judging by the damage that's being done with those clubs, we could have probably not pulled back our workers so much, but why risk it, Why would I want to destabilize the anthill and then have to get more workers or whatever? So I don't know. I really like the anthill, and it's a great base. I like how it's self-sustaining, so I don't have to micro it. And it just makes like a ton of grog for us. The groggery, the anthill groggery. I don't know, there's something about saying groggery that I like. which I wanna. I should trademark it first before I say it, but I'm just gonna say it. There was this name that I came up with for a brewery up where I'm living. Um, no, I'm not gonna say it, but it included the word groggery because I just realized I was like, no, I don't want to say it because it says like the city that I live in. I don't want to give away too much. Even though, you know, if you really wanted to find out who I was, I bet you probably could from all the stuff I've said on this channel. It's like this illusion of being anonymous that I have, which is like, nah. But if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna try and avoid it as much as possible because I do want to keep my work and channel separate. Because I was so stupid at the beginning of my channel, like literally, like right when I started my channel, I think I told some of my students because I was like, oh, it's whatever, it's not gonna be a thing that long, and then I got really into it, and then like the kids at my school knew about it. I was just like, oh god, don't talk about this during parent conferences. Please stop. I don't need to explain to your parents why I've dismembered countless alien humanoids, you know, or fought against religious fanatics. It's like, there's some religious fanatic parents who would not be happy about that, you know. Oh man, so that was pretty good battle, huh? We took care of a scrawny Campbell raid. Got a little bit toughness there. Got a little bit hurt. I mean, as long as those berserkers don't come knocking anytime soon, we should be okay. Which is, you know, the nice thing is we at this point the berserkers seem to be stuck down there. So as long as we're not messing with them, we should be in the clear. We're out of the chaos. Oh man, speaking of chaos, I did this lab yesterday with my students where like they're supposed to pick up beans with their hands and they would have like different fingers. There we go, scrawny raid has been defeated. Anyways, I had their hands were different fingers were taped together, including the thumb. That was one of the mutations, was the thumb and forefinger, and then all of the fingers including the thumb were taped together. And they were supposed to try and pick up these beans, basically getting across the idea of like, hey, mutations can change the shape of things, and sometimes it's pretty harmful and sometimes it's not a big deal. Because like if you tie your ring finger and your pinky finger together, you can still pick up beans super easy. It's not a big deal, right? So yeah, even after going over expectations and everything, there were like a million beans on the ground, and there were like kids like flicking and throwing beans across the room. At one point, a cup of beans got dumped into some other kid's hair or and hoodie, and it's just like, okay, we're not doing labs. Like, I can't just write up a couple kids. This was on such a scale. We're not gonna do labs for a while. We'll see how bored we get of that. And some of the kids were like, yeah, no labs. It's like, what is wrong with you? How are you excited about doing science without a lab? Like, I don't know. I think they were just being irritating on just to get under my skin. But you know, that is part of the job, especially with yeah, 8th graders, so like 13-year-olds. They just like to say things. They're just the opposite of what you'd expect. Which I think I've mentioned on this channel before. Like there was this call and response where I was like, oh, this will never work. Where I was like, okay, I was trying to find a good call and response to do with 8th graders to get their attention because they just like wouldn't be quiet with the stuff I was using. And it's so funny, all the teaching things for like this is like hocus pocus, ready to focus, or like okie dokie, artichoke, or Scooby Dooby Doo, and then they say, "Where are you?" You know, So these are all just like super elementary, simple things. And I told them, I was like, I don't know what to do with y'all because I don't think that any of these things I'm finding online would work. And then one of the kids was like, let's do Hocus Pocus. And they're like kind of like one of the hyper crazy kids. And then like all of their friends were like, yeah, let's do it. And like they like this really rough group of kids to manage started doing this. And then we had like the counselor come in to talk about like high schools, and they wouldn't be quiet for her. And so I did like Hocus Pocus with them, and the counselor just looked at me and was like, what is happening? It's just, it was awesome. Okay, yeah, so I think at this point, the anthill is, they've got their walls back up, people are resting. Even if the berserkers came, I'm pretty sure that we could take them out with our turrets. There wasn't even that many berserkers. And we're sending everyone back, and I'm pretty sure the blue dot that's still over there is our dead comrade. Which is kind of weird because they're not even in the lower part of the screen. You know, like in these different tabs. But yeah, they're showing up on the map. I forgot who it was that died. Was it? I think it was the one named American. For American cheese, which is like not really cheese in my mind. So it's okay that he died. I'm okay with that. Oh yeah, this here I was looking at. It looked like food was not being produced because we didn't have enough water. So we're gonna have to kind of do what we've done before and just build wells in this super dry, awful environment. It's gotten to the point where I'm considering getting the technology that gets you better wells. But it's also kind of like, well, why? Why would I do that? Oh no, I remember this now. There's an elder beak thing, which runs crazy fast. So even Swag, with his cybernetic legs and cybernetic arms to make it so that he's even more lightweight, couldn't get out of this thing's reach. And you know, now thinking about it, I did something really stupid here. You can just kind of avoid their attack by like swinging to the side. But we didn't, and Swag got hit in the head, and I was like, do I go back? What do I do? Nah. I decided we're gonna live with this. If this elder beak thing takes us out, then it takes us out. I was so mad. I was so mad about losing Swag. I was like, you know what, Benedict? Whatever. Which is so stupid. I can't believe that I even approached it the way. I was just so frustrated at this point that we lost Swag. I mean, Swag has been with us since the Bugmaster, guys. Swag was a Western Hiver. Someone who was who had some time at the anthill. Like, I think it was him, Gus, Danky, and Silas who survived the Bugmaster. So we've lost both Danky and Swag, the two sides of the same coin, for named after Dank Swag. Which, you know, I haven't seen if you're still watching this. I don't know if talking about politics drove you off. If so, that bums me out because I liked talking to you about your different opinions and stuff. It's good to talk to people who have different opinions than you, you know? So I hope he's still listening, but I feel like he's not. In either case, thank you for your service, Swag. You've been very loyal to us. Please tell me I picked up that Mio too as well. If I didn't, I'm gonna be so mad at myself. Gus, you grabbed that, right? Oh, and look, we got another Elder Beak thing. Hooray! But they're hurt, so they're running away, it says. And lucky for us, yep, they are running away. That's good. Getting hit by a few bolts. And now, of course, Arnold needs our attention. The soldiers need our attention, so we should probably go check up on that before they just get wrecked. But yeah, I wanted to get Gus to go over there and check it out. Oh man, that head injury. And he even was Yeah. That thing had hit Swag anywhere besides that one body part, he would have survived. But that's kind of part of the deal with Hive soldiers, right? Their heads are vulnerable. That's why we wanted to go to princes. But now that I've seen, you know, with the damage settings, how a lot of things one hit kill princes, I'm kind of regretting that. Kind of regretting investing so heavily in that. Yeah, we grabbed your armor. Okay, we did get that weapon. That's good. And we could probably lose that, so it's not a big deal. And the other one was a little bit better, so yeah, we'll go with the Mark III that's actually made by skeletons. Like the skeletal faction, I think they have a slightly better bonus than our guys when they do that. So we'll go with that. See what I mean? Action-packed. We lost one of our most decorated soldiers, Swag, to an elder beak thing. Because the Boneyards is just an awful place. And we successfully defeated a slave market noble, which will destabilize the UC, and we fended off a horde of cannibals in the anthill. I don't even know what I'm going to call this episode. There's just too much stuff that went down. Ah, man. A true king among soldier drones. And then yeah, I put the weapon down. Maybe that pole arm and Wakazishi will act as a memorial to Swag. I did want to maybe build something at this entrance. I was trying to look at, yeah, like what could we build statue wise? I think I need a mod. It'd be really cool to have a mod that has like a statue of a Hive soldier and just put that there and name it after Swag. Couldn't figure it out though. And we could do a campfire. I was thinking about that. Have a little honorary fire for Swag. Or we could even spell something out. I don't know. And we've lost so many Hivers. I feel like we just need a memorial wall. I feel like... oh man, what if I did like something on the Discord where I had like a running track of the Hivers that have died? I think I made a joke about that early on in the series and then just never did it. That would be a very long list now. I'm not going to go back and watch all the episodes, but if somebody wanted to do that, I would be very happy. If you're new to the channel and you haven't watched the series and you're thinking of watching the series, please keep track for me. That would be fantastic. If it's not going out of your way, I'm not going to ask someone who's watched the whole series to go back and rewatch the whole thing, unless you know you would enjoy that. But if you're new to this and you've been thinking about rewatching it, please keep track of those who have died. I'd love it. Okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to well closer to the hydroponics so that we've got that source protected. And the royal team, they're getting harassed. What are they getting harassed by? Oh great, another big thing. The rest of you do not go into his area of attack. And see, those two got hit pretty bad. I think that he might have even got hit in the head there. And he's down. Yeah, Jarlsberg got hit in the head. See? If you were just some soldier, you could have just been killed. And then you've got the robotic legs, right? So you could go pick him up. And we're pretty close, you know. We're back near Khatun, the fish town. Oh yeah, and Bree, he was pretty much getting up. That's why I was waiting. I see that now. Yeah, I think in the next episode what I was thinking of doing was going and getting more soldiers slash getting this the gear that Silas is picking up here, heading back home. I think I might have had him already get back and then traded some of the gear. I can't really remember, to be honest, though, but in the next episode people are either going to have better gear or be close to getting it. And really what we need to do is get some good helmets on people now. Get some of those police helmets so people have 100% protection. The one problem is that the gear that we've got is hurting their stats so much, so they're actually got worse stats than the people that they're running into, like the southern hive drones. And the drone soldiers, I think, have better stats as well than the princes when it comes to combat, so they're getting a little bit outclassed. We do need to be kind of careful about doing that, but I mean, as long as we're being careful, I think they should survive polearm attacks as long as we got good armor on them. And given enough combat in the Southern Hive territories, they should be able to hold their own. I kind of am tempted to, whatchamacallit, do some of the kind of like cheap training where you get someone in a cage and just beat on them with like terrible wakazishis, like the lowest quality, and just have them attacking us and them attack, just train things up that way. Kind of don't want to do it, but if I'm gonna off camera make some super soldier princes, I think that would probably be worth it. And even if we get their toughness up, I feel like a crossbow bolt is gonna kill them if they get hit by it, so it's probably not worth it. In any case, it looks like the episode's about to end. So thank you for joining me. This has been Orange One.